Well, looking at where things are basically going now in terms of, from a global perspective, it's important for Commonwealth countries to have their voice heard, but also to be a part of the process of discussion, simply because it impacts their citizens, and also because financial reporting, and particularly the whole matter of accounting, has great implications for the very citizens for which public sector workers serve. There are some common issues, and you'll hear it from the various practitioners, but then of course, if one had the opportunity to listen to the discussion, there is that argument of understanding respective countries' context. There's a strong language coming across, again, which speaks to the need to have an appreciation of that concept of the best fit doesn't necessarily work. And so I think giving member countries the opportunity to learn of what is happening elsewhere and to be able to dissect, to see whether or not it applies in their context and where it doesn't, to know how to handle those issues are important. So yes, there are common issues, there may be special issues in some regard, but there's the opportunity to learn as well. And that is why we think it's important to have our member countries coming together. I think it has to do with wanting to identify a common language for which there can be comparison. It supports matters of almost a cliche, but I think it has relevance here in terms of transparency and accountability. How do you measure yourself in terms of performance with others? And so standards to some great extent provides the opportunity for countries to be able to examine themselves and also to be able to measure their performance. So there is relevance. I think more the advocacy role side of things would be, one, giving our countries the opportunity to participate, as I hinted to earlier in the dialogue. We think it's also very useful for them to be very informed. Being informed, they themselves can make better decisions. And it's the idea of engaging in that regard. But then there is also the opportunity where if they perceive that there is the need for us to speak on their behalf, with that mandate given, then we normally would act accordingly.